I'm talking to you today from the back deck of my house. Now, at high tide, it's not at all uncommon for the bay to come right to the back of my property. Now, 10 years ago, when Superstorm Sandy rolled through, I had 18 inches of the bay inside the first floor of my house. That's when climate change really hit home for me, and every year thereafter, as I saw my flood insurance rates continue to rise. Now, we all know that our dependence on fossil fuels is what's driving climate change. But what many don't realize is how strong the hold is that the fossil fuel industry has on our legislators. They lobby hard to get legislation favoring the fossil fuel industry passed, and lobby even harder to block legislation that might favor the green energy industry. Now, it should come as no surprise that last week, Jeff Van Drew voted with his Republican colleagues to amend the Clean Air Act of 1970. These amendments would absolutely favor the fossil fuel industry. Now, not only does the fossil fuel industry have an outsized grip on our legislators, they work hard to deceive the public. We've been using plastics for over a century now, and we've known for about half that time that plastics are really bad for the environment. Now, plastic is made from petroleum, so the fossil fuel industry has a vested interest in making sure that we use as much plastic as possible. So when they thought we might start backing off 50 years ago, they launched an all-out campaign to convince us that there's no problem. All we have to do is recycle. Use as much as you want and we'll recycle it all. Well, the sad truth is that less than 10% of all plastic is ever recycled. More than 90% ends up in landfills and oceans, and we know that's bad. I was glad when the state of New Jersey banned single-use plastic bags at grocery stores and other retailers. But we need our government to take even bigger action. So New Jersey's on the cutting edge of that. The Ocean Wind Project is a wonderful renewable energy program. But as soon as it got close to being a reality, Jeff Van Drew launched an all-out assault against it. I got so frustrated when I saw those red signs saying stop the windmills popping up everywhere that I decided to design a green energy sign. I worked with a friend to pay for printing them, and I have driven for countless hours all over our district distributing them. I have attended so many meetings about the Ocean Wind Project, and at every opportunity I get up and speak in favor of not only that, but all forms of renewable energy. I have written letters to our state senator, to our state assembly people, and to Governor Murphy, encouraging them to continue supporting the Ocean Wind Project. I was on a call just recently with the League of Conservation Voters, and at that call, a gentleman from Orsted made a presentation, and he informed all of us that the project is continuing. Although it may be slightly delayed, it was not derailed. So this is good news. But what we really need is an advocate in Congress, someone that will fight for renewable energy. What we don't need is Jeff Van Drew. Please help me fight against him.